Space Explorers is committed to bringing the excitement and challenges of space exploration into classrooms worldwide. We promote discovery, inquiry, and analysis by offering mission simulations, interactive activities, and experiments that incorporate actual NASA data. Through these internet-based programs, we strive to inspire a new generation of explorers to pursue careers in science, math, and technology. With Space Explorers, students have been visiting the Moon and Mars over the internet for more than 15 years. Headquartered in De Pere, Wisconsin, Space Explorers has established itself within the educational community as an innovative leading-edge company with the vision to connect students with space exploration. Join us as we share more about Space Explorers programming. You'll see firsthand how our simulations and programming have impacted educators and students alike.
I've primarily used the MoonLink simulation, and the things that my students have learned from the MoonLink simulation are the roles of mission team members and the roles of the science team members in the NASA missions. For example, they've learned what happens when a mission is successful and what makes a mission successful. So they know what the role of teamwork is in a successful mission, and they know if they don't work together as a team, they know that the mission will not be successful because their missions have failed when they don't work together. And so I think that it's real-world experience. And so that's one of the primary benefits of working on the simulation. It also brings the excitement of the mission because they can see all the steps involved in the pre-launch and launch and the mission unfolding. And so it gets them involved in the mission in a way that they couldn't actually be involved if they just read about it.
What I like best about the Mars rover simulation is that it isn't a canned product, and you also see the different levels of students. It fosters an actual competition in the classroom to see, well, what did you do here? How did you find out you got that many points? And then somebody's like, well, read the directions and follow that. And wait, this is frustrating here. And you get to see the kids all working together collaboratively in groups. I think it's a realistic model on how science truly works, or doesn't always work. Maybe the server was down one day, or maybe some reason you did too many keystrokes at once and then it froze up or didn't record your score, and that led to some frustration in that. I don't think it's designed to do that, but it accurately models how things work. Basically, there's the theory of how something works and how it works in practice, and I think the rover simulation really lets kids capture the essence of that, and they come to appreciate the experience more than just reading about it, seeing a video about it, or writing a report about it.
When I first came to Space Explorers 2.5 years ago, I knew I was part of something unique. I have the best job because every day is different. With my help, the teachers have the tools that they need to lead these kids, and the kids are having a great time learning. In daily conversations, every so often I'll hear about a former student who is pursuing a career in engineering, or even a couple who are actually pursuing a career with NASA. Now that's cool, especially when you consider what that means and the impact that will have on the future of this country. I can think of nothing I'd like more than to keep doing this for many years to come. What did you think was the most challenging aspect of that asteroid impact exercise?
Probably the most challenging thing was to get the numbers to line up exactly to the actual asteroid.
Yeah, you have to be very specific.
Yeah, got to do a lot of guessing and checking.
Yeah, how many times did it take you to get it right?
Quite a few times.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Anything that you learned that maybe you didn't know before you did the asteroid impact exercise?
Learned that asteroids are pretty big and they can do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, great. Thanks,
right.
Shane.
You're welcome.
Now I understand you're planning to go into construction, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of engineering involved with that too, right? Mm-hmm. And you did the trajectory correction exercise, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what did you think was the most challenging aspect of that exercise?
The most challenging part was getting all the numbers correct, and I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it really was.
Okay. Anything that you know now that you didn't know before you started the exercise? Or what's one thing you wish you knew going into it?
Well, I wish that I knew that in order to aero brake, you'd have to circle around where you wanted to land, and
Okay.
now I know that.
What did you get out of? What was the most important thing that you got out of that lunch window exercise yesterday?
I learned that there's very few opportunities throughout years and years, that you can actually launch a vehicle to get it to where it's supposed to go.
Anything that you found was the most challenging?
Getting it to launch correctly. There's a lot of hit and miss going on.
Okay.
but
Even if we get everything right, it could still go wrong, and you never know exactly how it's going to turn out.
Space Explorers was founded in 1994 as a vision of George French after attending space camp in Huntsville, Alabama.
Although I was a pilot, I've always been a space cadet too. And they had a really wonderful program down there. At the very end of the program, they had an astronaut come in. He would give about a 45-minute presentation, then Q&A. I saw 2001, and I saw the Pan Am Clipper going to the moon, and I thought, that will be a goal in my life. And my question to him was when that was going to happen, because I thought it would happen sometime between 2005, 2010. The astronaut thought, I think we're farther away from the moon today than we were in 1960. And I just thought I would have to try to do something to accelerate the space program. That was my goal. And the way to do that for a guy who's in liberal arts with a major in political science and psychology is not engineering. It is public relations, and it is advertising, and it is education. And that's the way I started Space Explorers. It hits kids in their learning and formative years. It gives them an opportunity to see the future. It gives them an opportunity to visualize the future. And then it gives them the opportunity to act on the future. The next 10 years of Space Explorers will be ongoing labs with kids anywhere in the country having an opportunity to operate lunar or asteroid landers, to be involved in a three-dimensional space station project while it is actually happening in space, to virtually travel with people that are going up to the Bigelow Space Station. The real key to the next generation, and I'd hope to help make it my generation, is the moon. The moon is the high ground. The moon is the ultimate space station. It has resources and assets beyond our wildest imagination today. It will be the next place that man moves to, if not completely. It's a rather harsh environment, but we will go there. And that will be the precursors, the trial missions to going to Mars and Venus.
Space Explorers take students far beyond the boundaries of the classroom. Our programs encourage creativity and spark curiosity. By becoming actively engaged in the learning process, students put math and science concepts into action. Our mission simulations provide real-world experience and allow the students to work together as a team. Science and technology are continually changing, and Space Explorers is at the forefront of those changes. As students successfully meet each challenge, they not only learn critical skills, but become empowered and forward-thinking. Space Explorers is proud to be part of that process because we believe learning should be an adventure. For more information, contact us at 800-965-3763 or log on to www.space-explorers.com.